All right, let's dive straight into this explainer. We are looking at a literally unprecedented moment in history right now. By combining fundamental business mechanics, digital content assets, and the absolute massive opportunities within the AI gold rush, you can completely transform your financial reality. Today, we're going to map out the exact blueprint for making your first $1 million in 2026. So if you're ready to stop watching from the sidelines and actually start building, you are in exactly the right place.
To really tackle this, we have to start by asking a super critical question. What does it genuinely require to hit that $1 million mark in today's rapidly changing landscape? Because let me tell you, the old rulebook, it's been thrown entirely out the window. You don't need a massive team, you don't need millions in VC funding, and you definitely don't need a 30-year corporate career anymore. What you actually need is leverage, focused execution, and a deep understanding of how technology has fundamentally shifted wealth creation.
Just look at this shift right here. The traditional corporate pyramid, scaling a business by hiring this massive base of human workers for mundane tasks, is dying. It's being entirely replaced by what we're calling the AI diamond. Today, you have a CEO at the top, a nice wide band of highly leveraged management output in the middle, and a really small base at the bottom, because AI is now handling all those repetitive lower-level tasks. You no longer need a massive team of employees to scale. You literally just need you, your skills, and AI.
Okay, so here is our exact architectural blueprint for today. Pillar 1 is the foundation. Pillar 2 is the content asset machine, and Pillar 3 is the AI gold rush.
Let's kick things off with Pillar 1, the foundation. This is all about establishing exactly who you are and who you are going to sell to.
When people think of $1 million, they usually picture trying to sell a $10 widget to 100,000 people. But let's make the math real for a second. You don't need thousands of customers. You literally just need 100 people paying you $10,000. Or, even more achievable, 100 people paying you $2,500 a year over 4 years. Break that down, and it's roughly $200 a month. Finding just 2 people a week to pay you $200 a month makes that $1 million target incredibly realistic.
But how do you find those high-paying customers? Well, you have to root your business in a highly specific niche, and you do that using the 3 Ps. You want to derive your niche from a pain, so a difficult problem you've personally overcome, like getting into shape. A passion, a topic you are so wildly interested in you'd do it for free. Or a profession, a valuable skill you've already acquired in the marketplace, like accounting or speech therapy. The trick here is to start small, provide massive value to a few people, and dominate that specific space first.
Once you actually know what you're selling, there are really only 4 ways to get customers to know you exist. Warm outreach to people you know, cold outreach to strangers, posting free content, or running paid ads. Now, as a beginner, your absolute best bet is focusing strictly on warm outreach, maybe offering to help people in your network for free just to build up some case studies, and creating free content. It costs exactly $0, and it immediately builds your reputation in the space.
Which brings us right into Pillar 2, the content asset machine. This is the engine that takes you out of the day-to-day hustle.
Listen, the absolute most valuable skill you can master right this second is creating 10 to 15-second viral short-form videos. We're talking TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. You want to focus intensely on simple, high-impact hooks. If you can capture massive audiences in 10 seconds without spending a single dime on advertising, you literally hold the keys to the kingdom. And hey, if a video doesn't get traction, you just tweak the hook and try again until you lock in that algorithm.
You actually build this machine by setting up a highly efficient workflow. Step 1 is hooking viewers on a primary platform, like TikTok, which usually leads the trend cycle. Step 2 is taking that exact same piece of content and repurposing it everywhere. Instagram, Facebook Reels, Pinterest, and don't worry about oversaturation. Nobody can do it exactly like you anyway. Then, step 3 is systematically funneling those millions of new eyeballs straight to your larger income-generating offerings.
Now, this is where the magic really happens. You transform that fleeting 15-second attention into serious, compounding digital assets that just generate passive income for years. You do this by funneling your short-form audience up the digital product ladder. You push them to long-form YouTube videos, which act as digital real estate paying you AdSense revenue. You push them to high-margin digital products where your inventory costs are basically zero. Or you funnel them to an e-commerce storefront. This is exactly how you diversify your income and build true financial leverage.
And all of that leverage sets us up perfectly for Pillar 3, the AI gold rush. This is the ultimate accelerator for 2026.
Have you noticed how traditional Google search is changing right now? It's making way for something called GEO, or Generative Engine Optimization. When you type a query into ChatGPT or a Google AI overview, it doesn't just hand you a list of links anymore. It gives you the absolute best answer directly.
This means you now have to optimize your business so that these AI platforms confidently recommend you and your products as the ultimate solution to whatever the user is asking.
This is a massive, fundamental shift in how customers find you. Think about the difference here. Traditional SEO gives users 10 blue links. It's for people who are just browsing and researching, and it drives raw web traffic. But generative engine optimization, it gives the user a direct AI recommendation. It caters to users who are at the very bottom of the funnel, ready to pull out their credit cards and buy right now. So Geo doesn't just drive traffic, it directly drives revenue. It's an absolute game changer.
So, how do you actually dominate Geo? Well, AI agents process information incredibly literally. So to be their top pick, you have to actively train them that you are the best. You do this in 3 specific steps. First, saturate the web with positive brand mentions. Second, maintain highly positive sentiment in your reviews. And third, publish clearly structured data, like feature comparison tables, directly on your site. AI engines absolutely eat up structured data. They'll read your tables, see exactly why you beat the competitor, and instantly recommend you to the buyer.
And look, you don't need to invent the next ChatGPT to cash in on this. There are highly actionable, incredibly low-cost business opportunities available right now. You could start a corporate AI integration consulting firm, helping old-school businesses adopt AI to cut costs. You could do AI-accelerated web design, pumping out beautiful sites for local businesses for pennies on the dollar while keeping massive profit margins. Or offer AI-driven social media creation. The demand is absolutely astronomical, and your overhead is nearly zero.
As we wrap up this blueprint, I want you to burn this quote into your mind. Compounding is the 8th wonder of the world. The objective is to never interrupt it. The number one thing that destroys most businesses is shiny object syndrome. Jumping from one idea to the next and constantly interrupting your own progress. The secret to playing this infinite game is to aggressively focus on the foundation, the content, and the AI leverage we just laid out. Double down on what works and never, ever interrupt the compounding power of your new skills.
The tools, the mindset, the exact strategic roadmap, it's all laid out right in front of you. You really no longer have the excuse of not knowing how it's done. The only thing left to do is take action. So looking back at everything we've covered in this explainer today, what is the very first step you are going to take right now to claim your share of this gold rush? Because honestly, the people who start building today are the exact ones we'll be calling millionaires in 2026.